I'm going live here from Charlotte. I think I can move this camera to be a little bit of a better view because my lighting is not the best. Let's see. Okay. The view for you is a little bit not that great. But hello, if you don't know me already, my name is Shayna. I am a intuitive and a healer, a business owner. I owned a hair salon in Atlanta, Georgia for over 20 years to amazing and great success. And it grew my spiritual gifts. I am now practicing to become a licensed therapist. And in that journey, I love to share the therapeutic modalities that I have used almost my entire life to combine my spiritual and intuitive gifts with my practical life. So my business was uber successful because of my connection to the divine. And so I would get regular readings. I would do regular readings for myself. I have a plethora of healers that are both mentors, colleagues, and friends. And so this journey has not been a solo one. And I know that it can get extremely lonely. And so I offer these videos as a way for you to create your own ritual practices or to come back home to yourself. And so you can take any part of the reading that you would like, and you can not even use cards. That's super important for me to mention. You don't have to use tarot cards, you don't have to use oracle cards. Tarot and oracle cards give a guide for your own inner questions, right? They're a way to access the invisible subconscious, um, and a way to help you to anchor in to the way that you think and the decisions that you make. But that can also just be accessed in stillness, in asking yourself the tough, hard questions. So grab a journal. What I love to do is I have a bag here that I put all my cards in for safekeeping. And then I use my handy dandy notebook. And there are times that I use cards. There are times that I don't use cards. For this, I am going to use cards to give a reading for the collective consciousness. Anybody who watches this, you can see it as a space for um, spirit to reflect for you, or you can just be guided, right, while I go through this and write down the journal questions for yourself and pull your own cards. That's something that I super love to do. And I don't think that a lot of people on YouTube promote that, but I would love for you to do this along with me, right? So right alongside me. And if you have questions about the cards that you pulled, then you can reach out. If you would like to have a one-on-one session with me, then you can reach out. But I have to say, I am not a fortune teller. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm a healer. Those are two different things. A fortune teller is one who just kind of opens up the possibilities of the cosmos and tells you what could possibly happen. As a healer, I look for the ways that you are blocking yourself to open up the path toward your own destiny with much greater ease, because a lot of my clients come in a transition of life. They're frustrated. And a lot of those frustrations are outer and inner spaces that we have to just realign, right? So again, I'm not a fortune teller. I am a healer. And so this is one of the modalities that I use for my own personal healing. And I would love for you to join me in that. All right. So I got this card reading, or these self-inquiry questions from, I think it's called the Hermit's Don't quote me. But I'll put the link below so that you can go straight to the. I'm about my sources, but right now I just remember the Hermit, and that's what I loved about the website. So I looked some of these up because I don't like to just come off the dome with them, and I don't create a lot of these questions on my own. Um, but I've choose ones that I know are going to aid me. So the very first question and the very first thing that you can do if you are using cards is decide, if you're going to use the system of tarot or if you're going to use oracle cards. So for this, I am going to use, for the collective consciousness, I'm going to use the tarot cards. And as I'm shuffling the cards, I begin to just kind of feel the cards in my hand. I get myself really grounded. And getting yourself grounded is really, really important in any of these self-inquiry works, because a lot of times if we get too far in our head, we can begin magical thinking. We can make things up. We can swear it's intuition, right? And the way that we're able just to anchor in is just to feel into our bodies, right? So right now, the feeling in my body is a bit of nervousness in my stomach because I'm being filmed. um, I am feeling some tension in my shoulders, but mostly I feel a churning in my gut, right? In my belly. Um, the gut is God, right? So what I would need to do in this instance is just take a pause and feel into my belly. Just give it some space and time to anchor in. Just breathing into that really deep, just for a few seconds. Listen to what it has to say to me. And what I'm hearing is trust. So, trusting in my body, trusting in this process of sharing, trusting in the messages that we are about to receive. And in all readings, and even in my meditations, I take a moment to give thanks and to open the roads for the seen and unseen that know and love us and have our highest regard. Um, and I ask them to open the way and to continue to protect us and to speak to us in clarity. So that's my opening prayer. And then I knock my cards 3 times, again, signaling my cards to allow any previous readings, any previous energy to let go, and for us to open this reading for the new moon that is coming October 2nd. It's coming tomorrow or tonight, depending on where you are. So the first question is about space, right? What part of my life should I be prepared to reassess and shift during this eclipse season, right? So this is a big first question. What parts of my life should I be prepared to reassess and shift during this eclipse season? So if you already know what that is within your space, go ahead and start to write it down. And I'm going to pull a card. Space. What parts need to shift? 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups. Whenever I receive this card is about dreaming of all the possibilities, right? You see in front of him all of these lamps. So this indicates that collectively we're seeing a lot of change, we're seeing a lot of choices. We're thinking about all the options that we could possibly access. And we know that all those riches, right, that come from these magic lamps, right? We're not sure how much is in each one. We're not sure if the smallest one has the best results. You know, we're not sure if the largest one has the most bounty, right? But it's time to shift from this space of dreaming and imagining. Um, we are now in a space where all that we have dreamed and imagined up until this 10th month, right? It's time for those things to come to fruition, right? It's time for us to choose and commit to whatever is in one, right? Just one. So, one of the things that I am big about is rest, right? Nap queen, meditation, stillness. There's a theme, right? Right. But the reason that I came to that is because in my former life in the salon, I was this person that just had all of these magical thinkings and all these works that I had going on, all these pots and prayers, all of these millions of different ways that I was just spreading myself so thin, right? And so when I ventured out and said, what choices do I have to make? I said, I want to just choose to be a healer. That's the one thing out of all of the things that I'm actually trying to create is a life of being a full-time healer. And so with that choice, right, I have to pick one, right? I can't be a salon owner. I can't be a retreat space holder. I can't be a sound bath healer. I can't be a traveling nomad. I can't be a real estate investor. Like, I can't do any of those things until I pick the one focused thing. And then, as that one thing builds, then it can pour a pot into another, right? So I have to pick something off of that shelf, right? As a healer, do I only want to be a retreat organizer? As a healer, do I only want to be a sound healer? As a healer, do I only want to be a hairstylist that works on people's crown, right? Those are the things that I'm talking about. One thing. That doesn't mean you give up all your dreams, right? That means that you just pick one thing, right? And so, as this eclipse and new moon, it is time for you to kind of take a journey into the darkness of yourself, perhaps, right? And create one goal out of all the dreams that you're dreaming. Pick one goal, right? See how that one goal feels for you. Because when things get difficult, when you have really, 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 really chosen from your heart space, those difficulties will just be challenges that you look forward to, right? Because you know on the other side of that challenge is gold, right? You know, when you rub that genie lamp, shit's gonna pop, right? In magical ways that you don't even know. And so you take that brave step because you have chosen from your heart, and you don't have to go back to the dreaming of all the different realities that you could possibly have, right? You're living the dream that the genie fulfilled by rubbing that one lamp, right? So we're choosing. And now we're asking, what is this lunar gift, right? So what I love about this second question is it asks, what's emerging? right? What is emerging from within me that will challenge my sense of who I am or reality? Okay, so I'm going to say that again. What is emerging from within that will challenge my sense of who I am and reality? Okay, so if you have your journal, you want to just go ahead and jot what you need to jot down. Some of us know what will emerge, right? Because that might mean the one thing I'm dreaming of is getting a divorce. The one thing I'm dreaming of is buying that house. One thing that I'm dreaming of is building a new business. One thing that I'm dreaming of is being a better parent. One of the things I'm dreaming of is finding love and attraction, right? And so, what do you have to give up? What is going to be the gift and the challenge as you choose this one gift in your life, right? This one path. So, what will emerge within that will challenge your sense of who you are or reality? You got to use your magic, baby. So, what is emerging within you is your magic, yo. For the collective consciousness, this is an A plus, right? Because these are the first foundational steps of gathering all of the elements that you need for that one gift, right? That is what is emerging, right? Is your bippity boppity boo. So let's say that you are starting out on a journey of starting your own business or changing the business that you are in, right? This is now a time that you're shifting your reality to move towards that. So now you're asking yourself, do I need an SBA loan? Can I get grants, right? Where's my location going to be? What's the name? Having all of those things together. What are the networks that I need to be in for this business to thrive? Right? You're laying this amazing magical foundation. Magic is alchemy, right? It's alchemy that we do. Right? These are about practical things that you are going to do, right, in order to shift your reality, right? So whether that is lighting a candle every single day and saying prayers so that you are energetically aligned and in sync, right? That's a magic that you can do. Whether that is emailing folks that you know are going to be for this new project, that's a magic that you can do, right? So you're going to be emerging and realizing the magic that you have within and how much your ancestors, your spirits, your community are right there in alignment with you as you choose your one gift, right? Your one way that you are forging ahead into the new year. All right. Growth. Okay, so now it's asking what will help me grow over the next 6 months, but I'm condensing that to 1 month, okay? Because 6 months is too much. We got Kamala trying to run for office. We got P. Diddy in jail. We got Donald Trump trumping, right? We got weather calamities all over the world. We've got wars all over. 6 months, it just seems like too much, right? So I'm you can do 6 months if you want to. I'm going to do 1 month. You can do 3 months. You can do whatever it is that feels, best for you. I'm going to do 1 month. All right. What will this help? How will this help us grow over the next 1 month? Anytime you do cards and one jumps out, the Fool, innocence, right? So I'm going to pull this first card back up, right? You're choosing your one genie in a lamp and you're saying, I'm starting this journey. This is what I'm doing. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I am taking a look and a leap. And I'm going for the big castle, but I'm not sure exactly yet how that's gonna unfold. I have a bunch of support, right? All these fishes are, in her school of fish, you know what I mean? That she's gonna be leading across the waters all the way up into this new castle, right? She's excited. She's ready. They are leaping out of the water, intuitively giving her guidance, giving her community and space, right? Supporting her in whatever her journey is next. But don't come from a place where you know it all. You don't know shit. You don't know shit. What you know is that you're gathering the tools of your magic, right? You're putting them in your satchel. You're hanging it in your heart, right? And you're building with this whole new school of fish in order to navigate through some pretty deep waters, right? So don't feel like you have to know everything, right? Come from a place of knowing nothingness, being curious about your journey, being excited about the journey, seeing what things are challenging, seeing what things are playful for you, right? Learning new things every single day, right? Making space for the innocence of a new journey. When we first get in the car and we put in GPS, we feel like we know where we're going, right? But we don't exactly know where we're going to stop for gas, right? We can kind of estimate what time we're going to get there, but there may be traffic, there may be unforeseen things that we don't see along our way. But we have the faith of the fool and we have the tools of the magician to make that happen, right? And so now the next question is asking, why is now the best time, right? So this is an understanding card. This is our understanding why this is important in our lives right now, right? Again, 10 months into the year, we've got a couple of more months before this new year happens and we start to create, a whole new cycle of reality, and we put all new objectives in front of ourselves, right? So why is now, even for me, doing these videos have become so important to me all of a sudden, right? So I'm curious about why now. Shuffling again just because I like to. Why? Because spirit is new. This is so many new beginnings, yo. Like, this is a pretty deep reading. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, this is not what I expected. I don't know what to expect, but I definitely didn't expect all of this, like, brand new. You're getting a whole new word from spirit, right? Ace of Wands is about whole new inspiration. The fire behind that pen, the fire behind how you're expressing yourself. Your spirit has changed and is changing and is ready to start a new journey. That's why now is the time. So maybe January seems like a new year, but it's kind of feeling like as we settle in that perhaps this new year we're already going to be prepared and ready and be built on a much more solid foundation, right? For these next couple of months. Your spirit is new. It has new messages, right? That's what this whole pin is about. So the fire behind the card represents spirit. Wands are a fire energy, which in tarot represents spirit or spiritual matters. And then we have our pin, or a way to scribe, that is messages, right? So new messages. Ace means new, something new, a new beginning, right? So you're getting new, fresh conversation from spirit, right? So this is why this is an amazing time, because your creativity is probably flowing in a different way. You're looking to harness your creativity in a different way. You're looking to produce things in a different way. Again, here I am on YouTube after a decade of being told to get on YouTube. Something is different about my spirit. I'm like ready to communicate in a way that I never have before, right? All of my procrastination or what ifs are done because I'm choosing one of the lamps, right? And forging forward, right? So the same thing could be happening to you. A whole new um, you is coming out of this kind of dark time of this moon, right? So for this next month, perhaps you listen to spirit in a different way and act on spirit in a different way, as a way to put, right, more oomph in your magic, right? Putting more power behind the magic that you are producing in the world, the alchemy that you are producing, right? So, this is the last question. This is about care. This is the thing that I love so much, because as a feminine energy, this is what I have been taught after all of these years of being in the masculine, by running a business, by being a single parent. I'm all about care now. I only got probably about 40 to 45 good years in this life if I am blessed and highly favored. And so, how I'm expressing my feminine energy in this world as we topple patriarchy is of the utmost importance to me. So, as we're making all these changes, think about, how are you caring for yourself? How are you watering and nurturing these new changes that are planetary, right? Global, in the country that you live in, perhaps the town, within your own home and family relationships, and within you. That's a lot, right? Especially as Americans, we're always taught, just think about yourself. That is impossible in the feminine energy. That is impossible in the feminine energy. It is not linear. It is not me, me, me. It is us. Our bellies grow round, just like the earth, because it's round. All of us are encompassed. If you go one way, you're going to end up right back where you started. So you might as well take your care of yourself at one, right? So that as you are spilling out to all around you and it comes back to the one, everything has been taken care of, right? So, how can you care for yourself, support yourself as you change? Again, if you are journaling, journal it out, note it, and then perhaps put that care list. If you want to list 2 or 3 things that you can do to care for yourself, maybe it's 5 minutes a day of meditation, maybe it's having your favorite class every single week, maybe it's writing, whatever it is that you can do to care for yourself. Just list out 1 or 2 of those things, tear it out, and then put it somewhere that you can see it on a regular, to remind yourself to care for yourself, find joy, find happiness, find relaxation. Though all those things that we're talking about in care come from within, right? You don't have to spend money. You don't have to go on any big grand excursion. You don't have to sign up for anything. What are the simple things that you can do just to care for yourself and support yourself as you change? I don't make this shit up. Kick it. They like, where the homies at? Where are the homies at? You can support yourself by being with the homies, right? Gather and keep in touch with those that uplift you, right? Be a part of the celebration, but also make sure that you are gathering folks that are in celebration with you, whether that be one thing, whether that be a pet, whether that be a small community space or a large community space, whether that's your bestie, right? Who are you sharing these gifts with? That doesn't mean you have to tell them your dream exactly, right? My friends are not asking every detail of my business in terms of my financial whatever, right? They're always just saying, how can I support you? Right? What is it that I need to do? How are you doing? Right? They're calling and they're checking in. They're making sure the small wins are celebrated. They're making sure if there's a loss that they're, surrounding me and making sure that I am okay. Right? Real, 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 true support. If you cannot find that real, real, true support, call me, text me, get in touch, right? I'll be that for you. I don't have any problem. That's the work that I'm in, right? We'll pull some cards and I will see what is the best thing in order to support you to make sure that we're celebrating and bringing joy to your life, right? This does not promise to be an easy road, but when you got the homies, right? When you got the homies dancing, drinking, having a good time, being beautiful within themselves in whichever way that makes them feel amazing and awesome, that's what you do. Right? So that's how you're caring for yourself, making sure that you are surrounded by equally yoked love, equally yoked love, reciprocal celebration, right? This is a part of your foundation of a whole new life in this eclipse season, right? That's all I got. 30 minutes, right on time. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope you are able to ask yourself the deeper questions. Um, if you have any questions for me, please reach out. I will put my email below, and also a way if you would like to set up a session with me, then we can discuss that, or you can just click the link and set up time with me so that we can chat, heal, um, and make your life just a little bit easier. All right. Have a good one.